In this video, I'm going to give you my ultimate guide to romanticizing fall so that you can add this into your own life and it does not cost a pretty penny. And you can trust me, I literally created a whole Notion board for this. The first thing you're going to do is redecorate your room. You can already see that I already got on this train. I redecorated my room for fall and you guys need to as well, but you want to do it smart. So instead of getting like super pumpkin-y or Halloween decorations that are not going to be able to be used for long, it's better to kind of create like a fall winter palette so that you can transition your room into winter without having to spend all this money and have it be gone in 2 months. The Stockholm style is really popular right now, which I just think is so fall. It's like the dark browns, the cheetah, the leopard, all of those darker colors that you probably stay away from in the summer. You want to add that. You can do small things like changing out like ribbons and bows. So instead of using like a white ribbon, I changed it to a black ribbon. I put in black and white photo frames. Going off of the redecoration is you want to change your lights to warm light bulbs. Do not use your like super blue daylight bulbs in the fall because that is just not the vibe. When you think of fall, you think of like cozy and warm reading nook, and that is really based off like yellow lighting. So my lights behind my bed are yellow. Start a cozy hobby. Because fall gets really chilly, you're spending more time indoors. It is so important to have self-care, and you can do this by having a hobby. So one hobby that I really recommend is crochet, because crochet is a hobby that you guys can learn from home, literally using YouTube. 4 years ago, I always wanted to crochet and I didn't know how, and I literally just started watching beginner YouTube videos. Once you get down the basics, you can tackle on so many kinds of patterns. Perfect for fall because instead of buying like stuffed animal pumpkins, you can make like a crochet pumpkin. So I'm currently working on this crochet pumpkin right here. Going off of that, you want to plan a cozy fall day. This can be a solo day or even with your friends. I personally love to do these kinds of things alone. I think there's something so peaceful about just like going out by yourself and listening to like music or an audiobook and doing these fall activities. So get your Starbucks, try the new pumpkin menu. There's like a pumpkin cream cold foam. Go to HomeSense, go to Michael's, TJ Maxx. You can even go shopping for clothes if you want. I love that now when I go into HomeSense, it's all fall themed. So I actually went and picked up a couple candles. It's super fun because it's not too expensive and it's like also makes your room smell better. So like I got brown butter cookies. I think this is so fall themed. It's so warm, vanilla and gourmand, and that way I keep my pink candles and I put them away for next summer because they're not going to go bad. Change up your shower and hygiene routine. I know a lot of us are also going back to school, so this is perfect as well if you want to how to be school air and you just want to look and feel your best. But one thing that makes me like a girl that loves self-care is changing up my hygiene routine per each season. So in the fall, I like to let go of my fruity scents and really lean into like those heavy gourmands and vanillas. So if you go to HomeSense or like Winners, you probably have seen those like sections where they have like the body care that's all like color themed. We'll go to like the brown, the yellow, the whites, or the oranges, and just like literally make your whole shower routine. Pick up a body wash, a lotion, a body scrub, and this is also great if you have like a shower cubby because then every time you go in the shower it's like super fall themed. I just think this is like perfect. It also like sets the theme for a perfect fall night because you're gonna smell good and get into bed and read a cozy book. One of my favorite things. This one I'm actually gonna be doing next week. It's decorate your iPhone, your iPad, your MacBook, your computer, make it fall themed. So you probably gone on Pinterest and seen like these really pretty MacBooks and the screensaver is just so like decorated. Like I'm talking widgets, photos. It just honestly looks a little bit intense, but it's actually not hard to do. These ones are my current inspo photos, but you guys should decorate it however you want. Maybe put like a fall leafy background or a plaid background. I'm personally gonna go and lean into like the cheetah, but this is great because you're gonna probably use your computer, especially if you're in school, every single day, and the minute you open up your computer you're just hit with like these good fall vibes. I also just feel so much more productive when my MacBook is clean, and I know you probably need to clean out your computer from last year. Also, I'm making an entire video next week on how to decorate it, so if you want to see that, just subscribe. This one is a little bit niche, but you guys need to get into cozy gaming. Because it gets cold outside, the best thing about is like either sitting on your porch or even just in your room and cozy gaming. I feel like there's such a stereotype that gaming is like a man's thing or like a boy's thing, like Call of Duty, but there are so many games out there that are actually targeted toward females. So I personally love Sims 3, Sims 4, and Stardew Valley. You can get these on pretty much most of your computers. At least you can get the base model. Sims 4 is free and Sims 3 is super cheap if you go to this website and just get the Sims 3 key and put it into EA app. But let me tell you about these games because I grew up, since I was literally 10 years old, I grew up playing Sims 3, Sims 4. It's so niche, but it's like I love it. So Sims 3, because it's such an old game, even though it runs perfectly fine, it has such like a dark brown, green, nostalgic feel to it, and every time I of the fall and winter come along, I just want to play that game. And if you have Sims 4, the base game is free, so you can download it on your computer and you can get custom worlds. And there's actually this one right here is a custom world that's specifically fall themed. So like it's gonna be all fall themed. I'm talking like fall park activities, fall festivals, everything will have like those orange leaves. So not only are you living in fall, but you're playing your Sims simulation game in fall. I highly recommend that. I want to know if more people play Sims 3 and Sims 4 because everyone makes fun of me because all my friends tease me for it, but you guys can't hate on it until you try it. Visit a pumpkin patch or an apple farm. So I love doing this with my boyfriend or my friends, and I do this every single year because it's actually really inexpensive. Visiting a pumpkin patch, apple farm, they're often intertwined, is such a fun thing to do. You want to do this early in fall while the weather is still warm, the leaves are still out, and the apples haven't gone bad or overpicked yet. It's great because one, it's pretty cheap. You can buy just like a bag of apples, which is what I do. It is great for photos. You can wear your cute outfit, get your photos in for your Instagram or Pinterest, really photo worthy. And also they have usually some really inexpensive activities. They'll have like a carriage ride around the farm. They'll sell roasted corn, which is really good. And they'll often have like a little supermarket as well attached to it. Thrift for vintage fall fashion. So I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm wearing my vintage Juicy Couture, which I thrifted. I need a minute for the vintage Juicy Couture because I feel like Juicy Couture is so fall coded. And you guys have probably seen, but 2000s fall fashion is coming back. You know, I'm talking about like the Pretty Little Liars, the Vampire Diaries, the Henleys, lace camisole, knee-high boots, boot cut jeans. All of it, it's coming back. And it's better to just go to a thrift store and actually find vintage Hollister, Abercrombie pieces instead of kind of buying these remakes that don't have the same vibe to them. You don't even have to buy anything. It's just fun to kind of go and shop around. Going off of the last one is you want to reorganize your closet. I know that your closet probably looks like summer threw up in there, and you probably forgot every single thing you bought last year for fall. So you want to reorganize your closet, take all your summer pieces, put them in a drawer that's like you're not really gonna see, like your last bottom drawer. Bring all your fall pieces to the front. You probably forgot everything you bought. You probably are like putting together mentally outfits that you didn't even think of. It's also great because you're probably already scrolling on all these fashion websites and you want to buy all these things but you don't realize that you already had something so similar. So it's gonna help you save money, it's gonna help you make outfits, and honestly you probably need to reorganize your closet. I also saw this really cool idea off a girl on TikTok. Create a Notion board. If you don't have a Notion board, you can do a Google Doc, but Notion I think is just so perfect. Take photos of every single fall item you have in your closet and upload it to Notion and remove the background. This kind of creates like a virtual closet. If you ever watched Hannah Montana when she had her like spinning AI closet thing, I totally get that vibe. But now you can basically plan your fall outfits for the week. So if you go to school, if you have work, this is great. If you're really into fashion and you want to have like really good outfits, you can plan them all for the week and you don't have to mentally worry about it at all. I think I'm going to be doing this honestly because that is such a good idea. It just kind of, I think it's going to take a little bit of time. So make sure you have like a Sunday or a Saturday to do this. Create a fall TBR. I personally love reading. Like I'm on Book Talk. I just love like being immersed in a really good book, especially romance books. But when I think of fall, I literally only think of like a mystery, thriller, and romanticy. Romanticy in fall has such a special place in my heart personally because last year is when I started reading Fourth Wing and ACOTAR, and that like literally I just jumped headfirst into the romanticy world and I love it. So I will be literally creating my top tier romanticy TBR to read this fall. A lot of authors actually come out with like Halloween books, so if you find any of those, definitely put them on your TBR. And while you're doing that, make a fall themed playlist. I love indie music in general, but when I'm in fall, I really love indie music. So my favorite authors that I'll make a playlist for is like Lana Del Rey, The Neighborhood, Cigarette Chapter, Arctic Monkeys, Somber. Those hit so hard in the fall. If you guys want me to make a fall playlist, I'll link it. I have Spotify, so I'll link it in the description, or if I just make one, I'll put it in there. So check the description below definitely if you want to see what kind of music I like. The next two ideas delve into like the beauty space. Find your signature fall lip combo. When you're in summer, you're probably wearing like your baby pink sparkly lip gloss, but in the fall you want to lean into like those dark rubies and dark purples. So when I think of a fall lip combo, I'm thinking of like the Clinique Black Honey. That just looks so juicy and rich. It's like, it literally is in the fall color palette. I like to usually wear like a brown waterline on my eyeliner with like a black honey lip combo and darken up my blush a bit. You kind of, it's natural to get a little bit washed out and pale, so I feel like bringing those rich tones makes you look amazing. You also want to change up your hair a bit. So your hair naturally gets dry because the weather is getting colder. Lean into those heatless hairstyles. Lately I've been loving heatless curls, so like I'm actually wearing my sock curls from today and they turned out great. And I noticed that my hair gets so dry that if I keep adding heat to it, it gets super brittle. So find your favorite hair mask, try every single heatless routine that works best for you. It takes a little bit of trial and error, but you're gonna figure it out, and I fell in love with sock curls. On that note, you want to probably switch up your hairstyles for fall. So now that you're not as sweaty, you can probably wear your hair down more. I love the French braid. I feel like whenever I go on Pinterest and I search up fall hairstyles, French braids really keep showing up. So I'm going to be leaning into French braids a lot this fall. I also love like a little half up, half down, like a loose one with like a claw clip. These are like the ones I keep seeing on Pinterest right here. The last thing I'm going to recommend you guys, and I think kind of is the cutest, especially if you know it's like Thanksgiving, the season of giving, we're leaning into that, is making a boo basket. So last winter, burr baskets were like the huge thing, and in the fall people keep talking about boo baskets. And if you don't know what a boo basket is, it's like it's great to give for your friends, your boyfriend, especially like I feel like for couples. It's like you just get a cute little basket, you maybe put like a Bath and Body Works candle in it, a little stuffed animal, a jelly cat, candy bar, maybe like a Walla or a water bottle. Honestly, it's great if you can add something like home cooked, like maybe like those Halloween themed cookies. You can make Pillsbury if you're feeling lazy, or like from scratch the ones with like the little jam hearts. Those are really cute. That was my very detailed curated list of how to romanticize fall. I put a lot of energy into this list, guys. I feel like everything on this list I'm going to do, so definitely if you relate to it, you're probably like me. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe, like, follow my Instagram and TikTok. I'm gonna be making so much fall content, guys. I literally worked on my binder today with every single video that I want to do for fall. So if you're ready to like dive into fall with me, you're gonna be super excited. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video.